G'day guys, Digital here from the Australian Rainbow Six Siege Elevate team. Today, I'm going to be walking you guys through a bit of a Valkyrie guide, doing some tips and tricks and some areas of your game that you could possibly clean up with Valkyrie. Firstly, we'll go over her two primary weapons, one being the MPX, the other being the Spaz 12. Typically, you want to use the MPX because obviously it enables you to compete long range as well as short, whereas the Spaz 12 only allows you to do short, and it's a pretty average shotgun. As for what sights on the MPX, I like to use hollow. However, all are pretty much viable. Barrels on the MPX as well, all pretty much viable again. However, I would steer clear from the suppressor because the MPX is a pretty weak gun as it is. The two grips on Valkyrie's gun, she has angled and vert. Both are very viable because angled is pretty good because she's her recoil is pretty easy to control. So angle is also good to have, but I like going vert just to keep it consistent over all my weapons. And try and steer clear from using a laser sight on any defender for that matter. Valkyrie's got two gadgets, one being impact grenades, the other being nitrocell. Typically you want to choose nitrocell because you can link up the use of her cameras to get you a free pick, which is also always handy and good. However, if your team's composition lacks shotguns or any sort of soft destruction, you can also choose impact grenades if needed. Alrighty, the first thing I want to go over with Valkyrie in game is that she has 3 cameras, and these 3 cameras can be used to gather information. Now you can throw these cameras anywhere on the map, excluding outside during the prep phase, and you can use these cams to get nitro kills or use the information to get a free pick or work a flank off. Basically in any way, shape or form, obviously. And the good thing about these cams is that you can sometimes hide them in really sneaky spots and value the actual identity and position of the cam rather than what it sees. That way you can just even work off sound, and it becomes really hard for the attackers to find out where the camera is without an IQ or such. The second thing I want to touch base with is the position of Valkyrie's cameras. Typically if your lineup has like a Echo or Maestro, you want to be placing Valkyrie's cameras like around the site rather than on site. So an example of such on Villa, the bomb site was Aviator and Bar. You want to be placing your cameras around the site and pick up information that way, just so your information's not like overlapping. A good spot for like landing and short 90 to gather information is here. You can throw a Valkyrie cam in this little nudge here. However, spots like these are becoming more common in comp and in ranked. So what you want to use is like the environment around you to hide the camera itself. So a good example of such is this pop plant, using the leaves to cover it. That way its position is a little bit more hidden. Another Valkyrie camera for the site, Aviator and Bar, to watch something like long. A lot of people might sometimes do something like this. However, like cams like this are really obvious, so you want to be, again, using the environment around you, putting it behind leaves and such, just so that it's harder for the attackers to see. And even though I can't see the top of ground or main stairs, whatever you call it, a lot of the time I can just play and use the sound, rather than it just being here and using my eyes, but then also just compromising its position, ability to see, pretty much. Lastly, where you want to put your third camera, specifically for the AVG site or the Aviator and Bar site, I would say study, just because purely then you have your all 3 avenues onto site covered. You've got the landing to maps or Aviator side covered by the landing cam. You've got long covered, and placing the last one in study, again, just means that 3rd avenue is covered. So, like I've said, you can just put one in the corner and really value its vision and be able to see everything, or you can place it somewhere where it's more hidden, somewhere like here I like to do, where again it sees a little bit less, but then again it's just hidden and it's harder for the attackers to see. A cam like this as well, a common theme that you should find is like just playing off sound. So even though I can't see anybody playing behind the desk and study, a lot of the time I'll be able to hear them. Just use the cam for sound rather than vision. So basically for a full 3 cams for like a bomb site like this on Villa, for example, here's what it would look like. You've got the first cam here in Heaven covering the like skull door is what we call it, skull door. The second cam covering long, which is another avenue onto site.
Op 4 found a bomb, you must defend it.
Leaves or anything that you can find. And the last cam being the one in study, covering the last tree onto site. Again, a cam like this, you can play off sound, and most players will be able to hear this guy behind this desk if he moves around. And yeah. Another thing we really want to be doing with Valkyrie is trying our best to maybe use our C4 to get picks. So a lot of the time we can be using our nitro cells and putting our cameras basically in high traffic areas. and putting them in places like landing here, for example, which is sort of a choke point onto site, can net you a free nitro pick or even 2. To get the C4 off there, it's just there. And putting a camera in landing there, waiting for someone to come here and waiting for 2 people to come, possibly even stop droning on when you feel it's best to blow.
Op 4 eliminated.
Get your free
Mission
pick,
successful.
Another little cool feature of Valkyrie is we can throw black eyes outside. Obviously this is a little bit more of an aggressive and dangerous thing to do, but can catch the attackers off a lot of the time. So if I just chuck a camera onto that beam, for example, and try my best not to get detected. This one doesn't see much.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Even this one's pretty low, but I can use this cam to watch when attackers run around.
Op 4 eliminated.
A lot of people
Mission
off guard by just
successful.
doing a little aggressive play like that. The last thing I want to touch base with Valkyrie is the importance of good communication skills. Ensuring that you're calling out to your teammates with the use of your cameras is obviously really helpful and can help you win rounds. Ensuring that you have like a call out to general spots and like general angles. Anything that becomes more specific can really help the teammate know where a position of a player is. Another thing is like having key words for little nitro picks. So if you have like a camera and a C4 pre-placed below, or your teammate has a pre-placed C4 below, having a little keyword like mango or something just obscure can really help cut through cluttered comms. And so you just letting your teammate know, hey mate, get ready, the word's mango. As soon as you say mango, your teammate will know to blow up your C4.
Mission failed. All
having little
friendlies
niche
were
things like
eliminated.
that, like little niche spots, keywords, cut through cluttered comms, and just keep up the efficiency of chat can be really helpful for your team. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys made it this far throughout the video, please leave a like and a comment below. You guys can catch us playing Pro League in the APAC region very soon. Obviously depending when this video comes out. But yeah, just overall, cheers for watching guys.